the FSF Popcast live show.
She's mine.
The reason I do the things I do.
Oh,
yeah. I didn't want to say anything because my mic didn't mute before the credit.
Oh, didn't it? Aha.
No, I could have said anything.
Aha. I see.
Well, anyway.
Well, we've got all this. Look, I have a feeling that tonight's role-playing game for our Star Wars session is going to be a little bit more unhinged than usual. Kathleen is feeling Kathleenish, and
her hair with a bobby.
I've really come to decide. I've really come to decide that's the best way to describe Kathleen is that she feels Kathleenish, and I'm coming off of a 2-day headache, so I'm feeling a little fuzzy and woozy and woohoo tingly. So yeah, this should be a great time for all those attached. And John is laughing when we say he's trying to kill us, and he's like, "No, I'm not." But we all.
I've just expressed my feelings towards my company's IT department at you guys.
We are so screwed because I know some of those feelings. John and I have talked. Okay,
can we just do a quick rundown of John's feelings?
I had to move 4 tons of equipment today for those guys by hand.
So you just like jacked?
Kathleen, can you take away John's dice?
I have more.
So, the hospital he works for has been acquired by a different hospital system. So they have to get all new computer system. But this is like tiny rural hospital that doesn't have the storage capacity for this, 190 computers or whatever?
140.
Hold on a second. Just real quick, Kathleen.
Yes.
All right, you're off camera. Show John something to make him smile.
I got nothing.
Y'all are screwed.
It's worth a try.
It was worth a try.
Anyway.
I might have been
John, I tried.
There's still
I tried.
the potential of you guys being able to see me down in the corner. And
Oh, yeah. Didn't think about that. Anyway, okay.
Right?
I was like, she's not on the camera. So, okay. But she was technically still on the camera. So there's that. All right. So, hey, before this gets any more off of the non-existent rails that we don't actually have, just want to quickly say thank you to our show partners. Our newest one, of course, is Bones Coffee Company. We're very excited to have them on board for all of our craziness. And if you use the code FSFPopcast at bonescoffee.com, you will get 10% off your order. And they have all cool kinds of Star Wars coffee. They even have SpongeBob coffee. They've got all kinds of really cool flavors and things to try. Go check them out. We also want to say thank you to TCT, where fandom meets fashion. They have some really cool nerd merch for you. Hey, Eddie AI. They are the ones that help us with all of our reels and shorts and our soon-to-be banned TikToks. And then also...
yeah, we have like just over a month before
we have a month of
42, 43 days?
Yeah, something like that. Where they're like, yeah, it could happen, maybe. You sell it, well, maybe we'll let you stay. Maybe. Nothing like a mafia move. Okay. Anyway, and then of course we want to say
if your video app something happened to it, you know?
Right, exactly. I want you to sell. I want your friends to sell. I want all none of them. Anyway, okay. And then most of all, thank you to Alan from Level Up Sabers. He's been our longest show partner and our most supportive guy out there. Level Up Sabers, guaranteed to be better than a stick. Amazing lightsabers, and they have a massive sale going on right now. So you want to go there, click the link down in the show notes down below, because that helps us and helps you as well. You get an item for sale, and we get a little back for helping out.
He's got a great sale on his dueling sabers right now.
Yeah, and not only his dueling sabers, but also the economy sabers are also on sale. You guys might want to check that out. The XP, the bonus XP, and there's a couple other ones that are on sale as well. So check those out. Those are really nicely made sabers at a very, very good price. Again, click the link. All these guys, all of these show partners have links down below. You can click right through there and go right to their website in order to support the people support us.
Go ahead. Then there's my favorite podcast, Growing Up Skywalker.
Oh, hey, that's so nice. Thank you.
It's Sam from the Growing Up a Skywalker. I blame Edna for this. He brought the hat out. It's not my fault.
So where are you guys in the timeline now?
We are we're still in the interplay. So Growing Up Skywalker is a podcast that my now wife and I put together where we're watching all of Star Wars in in-universe chronology. So we started with Phantom Menace, and then we made our way more or less all the way to the end of Return of the Jedi, but we had the typewriter back and watched The Acolyte and just finished Bad Batch Season 3. That's coming out tomorrow.
Awesome.
Then we're going to do half of the second half of Tales of the Empire. And then we need some feedback from any audience that is willing to give us some on what in the Mando timeline are we doing? Because we have the Mandalorian, we have Skeleton Crew. Which one of those goes first? Where does Skeleton Crew slot into the whole it's 9 ABY and there's economic collapse and there's a bunch of old dudes who should be happily retired flying around X-Wings. What do we do now? So we're really excited for that.
Ooh, pick me.
Yes, Tim.
I would just go ahead and watch The Mandalorian because you're going to have to wait for the Skeleton Crew as a weekly thing. This way, and plus we need to see where exactly how the Skeleton Crew plays out and what's going on with it. And you already know where Mandalorian is. You can always circle back and plug that in later. I would think you just go right for the Mandalorian.
Yeah, that is one of our plans as well. So we'll figure it out, but we're letting people.
Plus, I need to hear
us.
Anna freak out about Baby Yoda as much as possible.
You know, that is what originally she wanted to do. When we started it, she said, I want to do a podcast about the Mandalorian. I'm like, my small new girlfriend, you know nothing about Star Wars. Lux Bon Terry means nothing to you. And so...
And now she finally gets what she wants. 3 years.
Yeah, now she spends 3 hours a week editing a podcast on Star Wars. So
love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
She's been doing the podcast with you for 3 years and ended up marrying you. Now she finally gets to watch Mandalorian.
Yep.
That was
Sam's
the
over
trap
here
the
like,
whole
that's how I
time.
reel them in. Oh, yeah.
I think that is great on so many
It's the
levels.
slowest play ever.
You know, but when you lock it down, it worked.
Exactly.
Hey, real quick before we jump into the game, just have to cover this real quickly. Our show, the FSF podcast, is proud to say that we are ambassadors for the upcoming Trek Talks next month in January. So the Trek Talks this is going to be Trek Talks 4. This is the 4th year of this amazing telethon. It runs all day on January 18th. And there's panels, there's interviews, there's all kinds of really cool for the Star Trek fan that you know. This is a must watch. It's an incredible day. It'll be hosted by our former guests, John Billingsley and Bonnie Gordon. If you want to know any more about it, you can go to trektalks.net. You can check out there. Also, we will be posting on all of our social media as new people get announced as who's coming. Not a visitor. Wilson Cruz were just announced. Of course, Jonathan Frakes, John Billingsley, Bonnie Gordon will all be there, and there's a whole bunch more. They're kind of slow playing a little bit. Yes, it's still a telethon because it's televised on YouTube. It'll be a live stream all day long on their YouTube channel, and it's an amazing thing. And all the money goes to benefit the Hollywood Food Coalition, which is something that takes food and absolutely divvies it all up. All the money that gets donated is accounted for, and it's all public record. It's just a fantastic company to do work with, and we're proud to be associated with them in any way. So go check out Trek Talks 4. Go to trektalks.net. And as a matter of fact, as a spoiler, this upcoming Wednesday, we'll be talking with Lori Ulster, who is from TrekMovie.com and who is a big supporter of Trek Talks and everything that's going on. And we talk about that during the interview. So that's coming out on Wednesday. But yeah, so Trek Talks 4. Check it out. Have fun
I'm
with it.
very excited about that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a ton of fun. We have a lot to help update and share as we get closer to the January 18th date, including We're working on a date right now for it, but to have John Billingsley and Bonnie Gordon come on to our live show, we're going to talk about Trek Talks. We're going to do a Q&A with you guys, our audience, and a whole kinds of lot of fun. So there'll be some telethon talk, and there will be some nerdy Star Trek talk. So it should be a lot of fun for everybody involved. So keep an eye for that, and we'll make an announcement as to what date we actually have locked down for John and Bonnie to come back on the show and have some fun with us. Okay. Okay.
In the levels of excitement, we have the working with John Billingsley and the Hollywood Food Coalition, and then that.
I'm not even gonna lie. You squeaked out so high that the microphone was like, "I quit. I'm not picking it up."
Jonathan Frakes.
Oh yes. Yes, there is.
I heard it, but it spiked so high that it went.
Josie heard it.
Sorry, Josie.
Yeah, it was in that register.
Josie was
Josie's
like,
just
"What the
sitting here
crap?"
like, oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Sure,
what the
yeah.
crap? You like him too? Me too. I'm a fan.
Josie understands me.
She gets you.
Right, little
All
bit.
right. We are almost 12 minutes in. We haven't rolled a single die yet.
Oh, I have.
No, stop it.
If you're rolling dice, you have an opportunity to lose. So try to roll fewer dice.
So see this? These are my brand new math rocks.
Look
See how
at
shiny they are?
Shiny and metal.
Are they are they
I
like
just got them.
mercury? That's why they're in there.
Yeah, it's
So
honestly
it's toxic.
liquid mercury is the name. of
Oh,
Don't lick that.
Yeah, get that metal poisoning.
it. That's right. That's right. All right. Well, we have a video to help introduce this week because John was on top of his game and apparently thinking of ways to kill us, and he got his notes into me really, really early, which scared the daylights out of me that I didn't have to ask for this.
I had a day free up.
yeah, inspiration
not-
strikes.
That's not the point, John.
And your wife took a nap and wasn't annoying you.
That can help, yes.
And I had to
No
restore
comment.
Black Flag. Anyway,
Okay. On that note, here we go. So, I just want to point out that we're going back to Coruscant. We're going to Coruscant, where the Emperor likes to hang out, and he might have a grudge to pick, mostly because
We did try and kill him, yes.
we did try to kill him. John or Sam rather may have took out a liver. Pretty sure about that one.
Hey, he's still got the liver of a 29-year-old. He keeps it in his castle.
He grew next to one. It's okay.
He keeps it in the
Liver of a
beaker.
29-year-old.
but my favorite thing about the opening crawl is watching Kathleen play the timpani parts on the air. Just boom.
Sorry, I'm a nerd.
Well, I mean, there's
All right.
nothing dangerous. There's nothing terribly dangerous about going to Coruscant. There's 10 million people move in and out of it every day. It's not like this planet under military lockdown. It's the core.
I mean-
Maybe we could pretend to be like a traveling racing crew or something. I haven't raced in a while.
I don't think there's a lot of reputable racing on Coruscant.
Well, yeah, but it's like you do realize how many levels deep Coruscant is. I have magazines that would fry your circuits about the things that happen 6,000 odd levels deep.
Yeah.
Almost 7,000 deep. But
Yeah.
it's wild. I mean, there's civilizations down there.
Yeah, anything anybody ever talks about is just the surface level of Coruscant. They don't talk about what's happening below the surface, except for when they tried kicking Ahsoka out of the Jedi. But
Everybody always forgets about the Morlocks.
Yeah, exactly. They always want less locks.
No locks for you.
All right.
Such a bad joke.
And on that note, John, take it away. Lead us
All
through
right.
doom.
So, Coruscant. There's a couple of interesting descriptions in this book I found. One is an incandescent organ of life, visibly vibrating with the pulses of billions. The other one is a dead metal shell of a world. Coruscant is soulless beyond salvation, so cold and empty, its frozen carcass must be reheated with solar mirrors. Both are
So it is both beautiful and luminous, but also totally dead and soulless.
even the mountain ranges.
I'm sitting right here. You don't have to call me Coruscant.
Yeah, both of those can be true though.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like it's a planet of 1 trillion people. It can have many different interesting things going on. So
Yeah.
So let's go check it out.
So
All right.
I also want to point out, look at how cute Josie is right now.
She is being
She's
so
just
cute.
vibing.
Hi, Josie. Hey,
Say
puppy.
hi to-
I know she can't hear me, but still.
Say hi to
Okay,
my-
probably can't.
Speaking of cute, just real quick, I forgot to show this. They got my boy Neil as a Funko.
Oh, I thought you were going to show more pictures of your grandkid.
I mean, we could do that too, but they got my boy
Do-
Neil.
Do you relate to Neil, Tim?
Josie, wait.
Uh,
Josie, wait. Please. I'm getting on the desk.
Josie's like, must eat the Neil.
Do you feel as though you are kindred spirits with the small CGI elephant man?
It's not CGI.
He's not CGI.
That's a real elephant man.
That's a,
Part of him is CGI. If you look at the behind the scenes footage, they show the kid wearing a camera.
just on the face.
Anyway,
Everything else, actor.
Well, it's not partially.
So, yeah, Khurgom, Edna's dad, is being held.
Is
So-
he shoved in a box and under a bar?
As far as you know, he's just under house arrest.
Okay, so he's
And not dead.
not
not-
dead,
Not turned into Wookiee steaks.
not
They're
cremated.
a little
act-
chewy.
All right. So, which
So-
ship would you be taking?
What ships do we have left? We may as well take the blockade runner. We lost the pocket aces. What's the other one?
Manon Calling?
Manon Calling.
Okay. I mean, you also still have the Tortuga.
Yeah, but
and we have
like
these ill-gotten gains. That might be a
Tortuga would be a dangerous one to take to Coruscant.
I did increase the we haven't leveled up in a while, but I did improve the Manon Calling by making it actually genuinely fast. So
I think that's probably the one to take right there.
Okay.
I think that also has the most armor plating on it, doesn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a beefcake, and it's
But do we really want to get into a fight on the Imperial core?
No, but if we're going to, I want to have our best chance of surviving a few shots.
Wow.
So
Or we could just not be detected.
that's a great plan. Let's not die this time.
yeah, I don't want to get detected, but if we do, because John being John, if we do, I want to have yes, John, I'm going to throw you under the bus every chance I get here. But with John being John, there's a very good chance that we're going to run up against something that's going to try and kill us. I think we need to have the most armor plating available to us, and that's the Manon Calling. But I will go with whatever the quorum decides.
So
We're a quorum, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know what that means, but sure. Just so you know, I have improved the speed of the Manon calling, so we are in a dead heat, not getting caught by TIE interceptors. It moves at the speed of a TIE interceptor. So
Nice.
yeah.
See, wait,
So if you guys are interested in having the capacity to run away, pretty good stuff. What class is the Tortuga? It's like a Gatranth or something. It's like a whole. It's disgusting.
Josie just muted me.
Because you are not paying enough attentions to her.
Young lady, do you want to play
Alright, so
D&D?
the Manon calling, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And where are you going to try to land?
That's a good question. We'll let you know when we get close enough.
I think
No,
we'll probably
Okay.
have to land at a public dock, but just use a different chain code.
Gang. Look, if
Gang,
we are
gang.
going, if we're going,
Same
we're
range,
going-
Cal.
if we're going to the Imperial planet, I do actually think that a little planning would go a long way. Maybe we should
Oh, yeah.
call our contacts and like see if they need to infiltrate weapons or mud jumpers or whatever onto Coruscant, because that way we can help out the rebellion. Or which direction is my camera? We can help out the rebellion. We can use someone else's logistical supply chain and get some help, and maybe they already have a system in place. We might be able to join a convoy that's already going to Coruscant. It's gonna be easier than going to like a 100% Imperial controlled world, but it is still going to be difficult. So let's pick up the phone and maybe ask for help.
Yeah, having some kind of contact for when we land will be the best. Just the best possible thing we can have. Everything else after that, we can figure out on our own, but we need a parking spot. It's the big city. I don't think we can parallel park the Manon calling either.
Maybe you can't. I can fit this thing in with a sheet of paper on either side, but paper
Isn't
doesn't
there,
exist in Star Wars, so.
Now
isn't
I
your
can.
pilot
I'm
skill like
imagining
1,000?
Udex. I'm imagining Udex being like, Ace Ventura, like a glove.
Or doing
by the
one of
way,
those
Ace,
like 540 spin and a half around into a parking spot, just like boop, 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 boop. Yeah, I can do that.
quorum, the minimum number of members of an assembly or society that must be present at any of its meetings to make the proceedings of the meeting valid.
I know what quorum means. Udex is not as smart as I am.
I was saying it for the group.
Okay. Gotcha.
Just technically, we are a quorum. Oh, no. Okay.
Mhm.
Not to be confused with a quarren. That is a squid face people.
That would have been much funnier if we'd been able to make a joke of that like 2 minutes ago. Alas.
Would have been.
Bummer. All right, guys, let's pick up the pace here. We need better
Gotta get
jokes
the comedy
faster.
rolling.
Yeah, we got all right. Enough warm up. Let's do some comedy.
All right. Let's call up the rebellion. Yeah. Let's get.
Yeah, who's the purple
Someone on the
haired
phone.
lady? I can't remember her
Pivot.
name. But
Pivot.
yeah, let's call Pivot and
Okay.
see if she's got any places for us to park in the Coruscantulars.
And it's not that she owes us one, but she does know we get results because we did absolutely rack up, just demolish that Imperial facility on Kashyyyk. So,
Oh, for sure. Yeah, so she kind of owes us
Is she
one.
the one that hired us to blow the Emperor too?
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Remember
was.
correctly.
That dude was
Along with-
whoever that was. That must have been a double though, because whoever we shot with like 4 rockets and a bunch of sniper shots is definitely dead. Ain't nobody surviving that. So we killed the Emperor's double, which is fine.
Or is the Emperor's double the one that's walking around pretending to be the Emperor?
That would be wild. I have no idea.
I mean, what if just off the whim of it? What if the Emperor was actually an incredibly powerful Force user?
That doesn't make any sense. Why would he kill all the Force users then?
Yeah,
Because
fair
it
enough.
could.
Oh,
Okay, so you're gonna put a call in?
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
put a call once for some help.
All right. You want to go where?
Coruscant.
I don't want to already.
Sure. Look, I've read this book on the principles of political action, and it's all around the dark web. Don't worry about it. But yeah, there's entire battalions of troopers on our side on Coruscant. There's 1 trillion sapients there. Surely there's underground armies, and ever since the clone rebellions, there's got to be someone down there. They couldn't have cracked down the whole planet. So if you give us an in, if you have any contacts, if anyone's ever asked for help from there or needs exfiltration, they can hitch a ride with us. Or if you want to infiltrate someone, if you've got some spies you need to put in the ground, or agitators, propagandists, because the rebellion does have good propagandists. Otherwise, we wouldn't have heard about it. Worthwhile.
Those are all valid points. Coruscant is usually out of my my sphere of operations, but I might be able to put a call in.
And when in doubt, if the capital's in pure chaos, that's always better for the revolution.
Yeah, I mean, we are an ablative asset for you. So if you're planning other operations and you have a time frame, like if you got something coming up in the next 2 weeks and you need like a big old distraction, then tell us to be there in 10 days. And we, as you have seen, are more than capable of causing a big old distraction.
We do have crates of explosives.
We're lower, though. We could pivot. We could use some crates of explosives, though.
We could use more, yes. Actually, take this as a double request of some kind of informant or someone to get us on the ground, and also artillery.
Just as many explosives as you can honestly give us.
Or ordnance, I guess.
I mean, ordnance is easy to get. Contacts?
Well, who's your best person at making contacts? And we will further the rebellion by infiltrating them like a womp rat into a herd of feral boffins.
Well, hold on a second. Are there any of my clone brethren on the planet that are reachable? That would be a good good contact source. Because if
I don't know if we want to trust the meat bags.
The
Empire has hiccups.
The Empire has
robots could get hiccups.
They've made some considerable shifts away from clone troops, using almost exclusively conscripts at this point. But give me 24 hours. I'll see if I can find a contact for you. Can't promise anything.
Right.
What about Rex?
Rex?
Do you have Captain Rex? Do you have access to Captain Rex?
Whom?
I might be able to get a message to him.
Okay.
Let me work on some things here. You guys go about your business, plan your own operations, and I'll see if I can bolt anything on to you in 24 hours.
Sounds good. All right, gang. We got 2 things to do as we hang up. First of all, would love to get some A-Wings strapped on the side of this thing. We need to buy some more proton torpedoes and cover some more fun emergency things. I have some work to do on the ventral cannon because if I can cover it with like a manhole cover, maybe we can cause something. Anyway, also, not to be coming into the tent smelling like Rancor piss, but Ted, who the hell is Rex?
Captain Rex is a clone trooper who helped Ahsoka and was very close to Anakin Skywalker, now Darth Vader.
What?
Want to talk to this person? Why?
Do you know these things, or?
Yeah, I don't know if you would actually know that last thing.
Yeah, maybe not. That's probably true.
But still, why?
Okay, but he was a commander in the clone army before I left, and rumor has it that he is now helping the rebellion in different forms, having assisted Ahsoka, who was close to Anakin and Obi-Wan.
I thought all the Jedi were dead.
Well, that was the outcome of Order 66 was supposed to be, but some of them did survive and are in hiding, but I don't know who is alive and who's not. I just know that Captain Rex is still out there somewhere.
And Ral is
You're
somewhere in
telling
between.
me.
He's
You're
And
telling
Ral's
me
in
there
our-
are living Jedi.
Possibly.
Oh yeah,
I
we
don't
did
know that for certain.
I guess
I
for
mean, we
all
had
of them.
one, but he's you know, that one's in a table back on the other ship.
Yeah, I did actually look at seeing if we could thaw him, and it's password protected. So
still trapped.
I don't know. I mean, like, I could definitely get him open. I just don't know, like, his species, if it'll thaw properly. We do really need a password to do that. So, unfortunately, we can't ask him unless we come across a password randomly. But,
Yeah, we're not getting him out anytime soon, but it's probably too far encrypted for us. But if we are able to make contact with Captain Rex, if Pivot is able to help make that happen, I don't have any inroads to Rex. Otherwise, we could have contacted him a long time ago. But if Pivot has access to Rex, he may be able to get us in and out of Coruscant pretty easily because he does that himself, from what I hear in the rumor chain.
so we need to get you to back into the clone system some way or another, some way of communicating with clones.
Right. Yeah, I would have to. But Rex is so far out of the clone system that he has his, from what I understand, his own group that he works with that are almost exclusively clones.
Is
What about
there?
Is there like a Department of Veterans Affair that we can go to?
If there is, it's
Going
about
for
as
a route.
if there is, it'll be about as effective as you think it would be.
Yeah, it'll be
That's
run
a
by
fair
the
point.
Empire as well, and I don't see any reason to get involved in the Imperial bureaucracy. So
I'm just thinking of an excuse to land. Just carting around this old
I
man
don't-
to go to the
Well,
hospital.
I don't think me showing
those
up as
free
a
PA benefits.
MIA clone to the veterans to any type of Imperial Veterans Assembly would be any good because I'll be seen as a deserter.
And
So
all right, well, then
let's
it
just see what,
sounds
let's
like
see what Pivot comes back with.
we can do that. We could also, I mean, let's go around and search for rumors on any clones that have been doing anything, and maybe put the word out that we're looking for clones for our own purposes, and see if they get in touch with us. Because if they got feelers, if Rex is running an organization that's like parallel to the rebellion, then maybe he'll get in touch with us. Maybe not.
Ted, if you have some old Clone Wars codes, I can send them out into the net and see what comes back.
I'm
like
sure.
Emergency return beacons.
I'm sure some of the old call signs and things would probably still work. So I'll send those over to you. Beep boop bop boop 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 beep. There we go. I sent them.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have an array of old clone things to send out into the interwebs.
The interwebs.
Yes.
Okay.
The HoloNet.
Gotcha.
I'm assuming use computer.
Yeah.
To send out those feelers.
Mm-hmm.
That is. Jesus, that's an amount.
Oh,
That's a 17 plus 16 is a 33. That's math, right? Yeah, 33.
Yeah. Now that you have higher intelligence.
Yes.
All right. Does anybody have knowledge of galactic lore or social sciences?
Galactic lore. Hello.
I think I'll say Edna's got galactic lore.
Senator's
I
daughter.
have tactics if that'll help.
School of Hard Knocks.
Yeah, I've got tactics as well.
Senator's daughter.
Yep.
If I could rationalize a tactical advantage to the situation.
What you need?
Roll for it.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay. Math.
Math.
19.
19.
Not bad.
I mean, you don't come up with anything really groundbreaking, you know. I mean, Coruscant's the center of politics. Politics always comes with its share of back alley deals. So there might be some stuff going on planet that you could, slide in under the radar. but you'd have to know the right people.
With Edna being a rich fancy pants, would she know who the right people are?
She might have a contact or two. Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hmm.
Your parents were arrested. Are you still a rich fancy pants? Do you have money?
I still have money currently anyway. I don't know if there's more coming in or not. That's a good question.
Well, even though her parents may, have had their issues with the Empire, she may know contacts around the fringe that she may be because of the way she grew up. So she may have access to some of those. I think of okay, so not part of our story, but just in talking, when I think about that type of situation, I think of like Princess Leia. She had, even though her parents and her planet were gone, she still knew people.
Right.
Yeah. Well, she had the whole the Alderaan, all the friends in Alderaan places.
And there are lots of wrong. Anyway,
That's very sad. It's no joking matter.
I mean, there is some racing.
People die.
There's some racing.
There is some racing. It's not like the above board racing that most places would recognize, but in some of the lower levels.
I don't want to race on any circuit that would have me as a member.
Okay, but
Huh.
is the racing that's going on Coruscant? Is that something we could use as a way onto planet, as a recognizable way onto planet without throwing up a red flag? Or do we still have to find a way to sneak onto planet in order to get to said racing?
I mean, it could go either way. It just depends on how you present things.
Do you want to try and manipulate our ship's chain code?
Transponder
Still
code?
gonna
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, transponder.
We're still
excuse
gonna
me,
do that
transponder.
anyway.
Yeah, we do that all the time anyway.
While we're waiting for Pivot to respond, I'm going to be doing everything I can to make a disguise of I'm putting on those strips of black and yellow for safety things. I'm trying to look like some kind of a labor droid.
Yeah, you would stand out a little bit in the crowd, I think.
Yeah, I have my big box that goes over the big gun in the back. I'm a decommissioned B2 battle droid that's now been repurposed,
As a binary load lifter?
Yes.
Okay.
To an extent.
All right. I mean, you're not really disguising yourself. You're just modifying your appearance a little bit. So
It's a disguise for me, okay?
right.
I'm
just
taking
saying-
off the pirate hat.
I'm just saying there's not really a need to check for that. It's just I'm going to put this taper on my arms and people will leave me alone.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to put a fake restraining bolt on. Or a dead one or something, just so that I...
Mm-hmm. All right. So in this time frame, you don't hear anything back from any of the clone circuit, clone network. But Pivot does come back with, well, essentially, there are contacts on world, but I can't put you in touch with them at this point due to ongoing activities. We can't jeopardize those right now.
No worries.
So if you try anything, you're going to be pretty much on your own.
That's fine. Do you have anything you want delivered to Coruscant?
I mean, a big proton bomb under the Emperor's throne would be nice, but...
Okay.
I mean, do you got a big proton bomb?
Usually.
We'll
I'm not
take
sure I want to
it.
give one to you guys.
We'll try it. We'll try.
What's the harm of trying?
Yeah. Do you know? I mean, yeah. what would be the easiest way to do that? We could probably like wait because he only appears in Senate when it's like a big deal, and they're like, "Oh, this planet is cracked open, and it's a huge humanitarian disaster." And the Chancellor comes by, and he's like, "The attack on this planet has left it scarred and deformed, but our resolve is stronger than ever." And like that's the only time he ever shows up. So if you can crack open a planet, we can blow up the Senate building. Bippity bop.
There will be
With what you come up
minor
with these
casualties.
With enough explosives, we can solve all your problems.
With a long enough lever, you can move the world.
Speaking of, we need like 4 6-packs of proton torpedoes and like a bunch of grenades, and that should be good. Slap charges.
I can get you 1 crate of grenades and about a dozen explosive charges right now.
Sounds good.
The rest you'll have to wait on.
That's a
Okay.
good start.
Cool. And if you send us like dead drop information for your agents, anything we won't use, we'll leave there for them to come across on Life Day.
Huh. Well, thank you.
Scurvy, don't give me that look. Your eyebrows run crooked. That's worse.
Okay. All
Like
right.
the big, almost like they're just magnets.
They're
They're just magnets that I can shift back and forth.
So they're just continuously drooping down.
Mhm.
So when I'm angry, I just like
These are my angry eyes.
okay. So we're gonna go get a box of presents that we could just sprinkle from the skies down onto the Senate building.
Goodies to share.
Just to scare them a little bit.
A smidge, perhaps.
All right. So he makes a little detour to pick up those supplies, and then will he be heading to Coruscant directly after that?
Well, I guess so. We got to come up with something along the way. If we do the racing circuit, that's nothing.
I have an idea, but it will involve us making friends with enemies.
Which enemies?
Do we want to go and contact the Hutts?
No.
No, that sounds like a really bad idea because I think we still have Pearl of the Hutt pissed off at us.
Like and others. Several Hutts.
Wait,
Two-
Well, then the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
The
What
Hutts don't
about
hit.
What about the other syndicates and like gang groups?
are there bounty hunters on Coruscant?
Gang, gang.
Oh, 100%.
Would there be a bounty hunter that we could contact with the fact that we have the pucks for ourselves? And use that.
Hang on a minute.
And use that to land.
That's not the worst idea, but at the same time, we have to research the worst possible bounty hunter. That way, the moment they show up to collect, we just end them.
So here's.
This has to be like a bounty hunter's first mission.
And that you do realize at the circus that the Rancor that you shove your head inside its mouth of, it's got like a pneumatic piston in there and it can't close its mouth. So like we need to do something to assure our safety.
So, like Scurvy said, we find the worst bounty hunter.
We need like Bob the Bounty Hunter. Can we collect it? We will try.
Yeah, but what if we were off by 1 and we get Boba Fett, that bounty hunter?
Well, we just have
We're
to
not to
research.
sort alphabetically then.
Yeah, what if we misdial? What if we fat finger and call up Boba Fett who's like, I know what you're calling. Don't move, it'll just make things hard for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go onto the. Can I pull up?
Is there like a
bounty
Craigslist
hunter
for like bounty hunters that we can?
I mean, there is the bounty
It's
hunter
Bob's
guild.
list.
Bob's list.
I mean, you would contact the guild, really.
Yeah, can I put an anonymous tip for their like their greenest of green bounty hunters that, 4 individuals will be landing on Coruscant and to guide them down so you can capture them.
But we should put out our own reward to then have it be a contest for the greens.
So we get to
Wait,
kill a
so-
bunch of bounty hunters?
Just
Hang
the
on.
new ones.
We already
green
have a
ones.
bounty on our heads. Why do you want to put another bounty down on us?
Because we can.
To turn it into a gambling ring.
No! We're gonna die!
No!
And then we bet for ourselves against the bounty hunters?
Yes.
You're going to try the bounty futures now, is what you're doing.
Or
After
make it so
the
they have to
third-
pay into a pool to then be able to catch us and get the reward, and we just run off with their money.
I think at this point we actually
You're
have to
talking
be
about-
there first. This would make a lot of sense if we were already there.
Scheme. It's pyramid scheme. What?
Okay,
I-
what about this?
I will
What about
say-
this? What about this?
Yeah.
What if we track down a bounty hunter and we ambush them and keep them alive? And then we say, joke's on you. You are bringing us to Coruscant in exchange for your life and, I don't know, 5,000 credits or whatever. And just never talk to anyone about this. And we, let them take us to the planet or something.
We could just hire a bounty hunter just to do that. We don't need to capture one. We can just pay them out of pocket.
Yeah, but then they'd be like, oh, it turns out you have a bunch of bounty books on you, and I could make 10 times as much money.
Well, how much is the total of our bounty?
1.6 million.
John, is that correct?
I think we're overthinking and over planning this. I say we just trip the transponder, go land, see what happens, and if we have to open fire, we open fire.
Wait, was there a bounty on Ral too?
Yeah,
We
but
can't
he's
sell
not
our
in-
No.
table.
No, because that was all on the Skegfish
It's true.
planet.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
So Raul wasn't there.
You know what? I'm actually with Ted on this one. I do think I can outfly even the entire ground forces of Coruscant. And if I download the race courses from the illegal race rings, then maybe if things go south, we could just dive into the race course and take the Manon calling through a race course.
How big is the Manon calling?
A lot smaller since our last couple battles. It's really down to the core profile there. We've lost a lot of paint.
Josie, wait. Josie.
What are you looking for?
It is,
So many things.
it is genuinely
Very high.
as skinny as a CR90 can get. So
Look at those whiskers. Look at the little Joey whiskers.
Okay.
So yeah,
Sniffing
I'd
the
say
mic.
we
You want to say this part?
just make a run for it. Let's just get down to the planet surface. We'll trip the transponder, do what we got to do, land. We should be able to get people come in and out of Coruscant all the time. We're doing the
all
same
the
thing.
time.
So I think we're overthinking this. I think we just make it happen.
All right.
And-
Well, let's go develop a situation.
Yeah, I would like to get down there with friendlies, but I guess we're just gonna be on our own. Josie, can I help you? Please, I'm in the middle of something. Young
Yeah,
lady.
let's do it. So,
All right.
Scurvy, you're on transponders. Edna, you're on
Yeah.
being polite to air traffic control. Ted, you're on defense, and I'll take us in.
Yeah, I'm gunning it just in case.
That is
Oh,
a
we're-
35 for computer use to change our transponder.
Oh yeah, easy peasy.
I didn't know if we needed to actually roll for it. I was just doing it.
I mean, at this point, you've kind of got like just cards you switch in and out for it, but you still got to do it right. You know, I mean, if you put the USB in upside down, it's not going to work.
31 for persuasion to the air traffic controllers to let us.
Nice. Do I need to roll to fly casual, or is this easy peasy? We stick in a flight lane?
Yeah, you can just stick to a flight lane. So you got a what?
31?
Okay, I rolled a 3. That one's
Yeah.
going to jail.
So it's the day after the Emperor's birthday, and everyone's all hungover.
Yeah, just one question. What's the nature of your trip? Business or pleasure?
Yes.
Business, although it's the Emperor's
pleasurable.
business. It's all in service of. It's all in service of the Empire.
Yeah. And I'm just curious, Edna. How are you speaking?
My voice mod?
Okay. Audio only?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I'm not stupid.
I'm just checking.
That was my brother, not me.
Sure.
You got the nothing.
All right. Yeah, we can. Let's see. It's a little bit busy, so we're gonna have you park. Sector 37.
Alrighty.
Flight plan received.
All right. Go to level 1138.
Okay.
1138.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Platform AA.
Platform AA. I want to make sure that I got this all right. So you said Sector 37, level 1138, platform AA.
Correct.
I really appreciate your help. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Hope you have a nice day. Welcome to Coruscant.
Thank you.
Is that Edna's customer service voice?
It really is.
You realize that's just how you talk to, geriatric toddlers.
I mean, you do what you gotta do, man.
Anyway.
I love it. As soon as she hits hang, as soon as she hangs up, she's just like, oh.
All right.
This is why I didn't go into the Senate.
So you make it to your designated platform. And sorry about that.
Rude.
I mean, you're sitting here now. Udex, do you want to use computer to check for any racing ads, notices?
Sure. Are we? So we land.
Yes.
And then, all right, I'm gonna pop out of the ship, make sure no one's watching, and jam my sonic screwdriver into a public thing with some preloaded manual stuff because that gives me yes, there we go, rerolls and better information and a 30.
30. Okay.
And yes, remember that tonight's questionable choices are being sponsored by the links you see at the bottom of the screen. Bones Coffee, PCT, Level Up Sabers, and Eddie AI Editing.
All right. So there are actually.
Actually?
Wow. There are actually
We're all dying today.
several races running this evening, even that may still have openings for racers.
Well, if you guys want me to go make a bunch of money, we can do that, or we can just use this as cover and track down more information about where they might be. You know what, though? I'll bet that some people here probably know how to spring someone out of jail.
Well, they said that
Well, they're in house arrest.
House arrest in his apartment, and I know where the apartment is.
Oh, well, then I'll bet that some of these people know some of the underlevel pathways that'll let us fly in and out through the garbage chute. So then all we'd have to do is bust in, throw your dad down the garbage chute, swoop by, catch him on lap 3, and we're out.
That's kind of what I was thinking too. Is we just set it up that when we break him out of his house, we leave and enter the race. That way, we're just one racer out of however many dozens.
We just kind of swoop in and fall in line with everybody else.
Yeah.
Make it look like we're part of it.
We were never there. We were racing the entire time.
Well, that only works if there's like a race course that passes near the senatorial residences, which does not seem like the kind of thing because of noise complaints, but maybe
it would,
underneath.
because then they'd be able to see it from the comfort of their own homes.
That's true. All right. Well, then do you guys want to go do that while we keep the crew keeping the engine warmed up and I go on the race, and one of you comes with me to find, and you guys find a path from the ambassadorial residence to the race course, and I pick them up. So I can modify a swoop because I got it back. Modify my swoop to hold someone secretly. Even a Wookiee. Is your dad extra large for a Wookiee or just normal, stupid Wookiee large?
Normal Wookiee large.
Okay.
Maybe a little chubby, but normal.
Would I be able
Black woman
to
being 8 feet long.
would I be able to get into the map directory system and punch in where this race could be and where the senator's house is?
Can we alter the plan?
Wait.
Alter the racetrack?
Well, let's see if they match up, and then I'll see if I can
Okay.
persuade the computer to change its mind.
All right. So you do find, I mean, because obviously you're working together here.
Mhm.
There is a race that is several dozen layers down, but it does go just a couple blocks away from where you need to be.
Is this race more than like 24 hours away?
No, it's like 13 hours away.
Okay, we need to hustle.
So we have half a day to come up with Josie. Can I please?
We also need to do
Oh
some
my
reconnaissance
goodness,
on the
this is
apartment
neat.
to see what kind of security, who's holding him, all those type of things.
All right.
So, do we have any drones or anything like that we could use to fly in or around the buildings? Like,
I think it might be up to old Gumshoes, Ted, and Edna to do that, while Scurvy and I cut and manufacture a path from the course to underneath the ambassadorial residence or to something nearby. Then you guys will be able to throw them down a garbage chute, and I pick them up.
the only problem, well, we don't
I'm
really have anybody
so
that's
hyped for this plan.
We
I'm
do
so-
also have. I'm pretty sure all four of us have jetpacks.
yes.
Yeah, but it's so
we-
slow.
So, okay.
That's the point. We could use it as kind of a more controlled fall and let gravity do the work of getting him to the level.
I mean, it's over, too.
Do we know
I mean,
if,
we just need to get close.
Yeah. He's a
do we
Wookiee.
know if anybody who is holding him knows that I know that he's being held?
So you want to know if they know that you know that they know.
They know. And Nick would like to know where is his jetpack.
You gotta
Where's
steal one
my
like the rest of us.
jetpack?
You gotta steal one like the rest of us.
I got ours legitimately.
I mean,
Where's my super suit?
we could get the water powered ones and take it out on the bay, but that sounds a little risky. And I'm pretty sure Sam and Kathleen will tell us both no.
Or not.
Not this Sam. Nick's Sam.
Nick also has a Sam.
He does. It's a very good name.
Fantastic name.
It really is. I forgot what I was rolling for now.
Do they know that I know?
You don't know.
Okay, so what I'm wondering then
Okay.
is if I can scramble the computer location, be able to contact my dad, because I know that there's video conferencing calls, whatever you call them in this universe.
Mm-hmm.
But to scramble it so they don't know my location.
Okay. I'm
To
listening.
contact him as just a normal check-in because I'm his daughter and I love him.
So you basically want to use a VPN for a video call.
If I may interject from an outside perspective, it was actually a major plot point during season 5 of the Clone Wars that Lux Von Terry even had the ability to track a phone call. So by default, phone calls are location encrypted.
Good point.
And
Thank
What
you.
he said.
All right.
Either
Yeah,
way,
you go ahead and call that.
I could probably facilitate that anyway.
However,
My superpower is an eidetic memory related to nerd stuff.
And
We love you
nothing
for
else.
it.
if I call him,
Yes.
the entire conversation is going to be in Chihuahua.
Okay.
But for the sake of, I can't make that noise. It's going to be in English.
Okay.
Okay,
You can try the call.
I'm going to try calling my dad.
All right. Hello?
Hey! Long time no see.
Edna?
Well, long time no hear. Yeah.
What's wrong?
Oh, why would you say anything's wrong?
You don't call very often.
What? Like I only call when I want money?
No, that happens automatically. You only call when like you need new clothes or something that you can't afford.
Money,
new ship.
please.
Oh, no more Parks and Rec at night. Anyway.
All the Parks and Rec at night. No, I was just calling to check in because I hadn't heard from you and Mom for a while. I hadn't gotten my weekly check-in from Mom text.
Well, things have been a little rough back home. Some of the new neighbors are sort of jerks.
I heard something about that. Are any of those new neighbors here?
Here, where?
Well, there?
Oh, here, there?
Yeah.
Not in the room, no.
Outside the room?
Something like that, yeah.
Are they close enough they can hear you?
Not currently.
Can they understand Shibuk?
Potentially.
None of them can hear you?
I don't think so.
Is the room bugged?
I have no way of knowing.
Okay. So
Can I scan the call to see if the call is bugged?
Well, she's already a golden doodle, Nick, so it just makes sense
Can you scan what?
to see if the call is bugged.
Uh,
Fingers tap sort of thing.
you could try it.
With the help of the Josie Goblin.
Yeah, she's not helping very much. She's making it infinitely harder. 30 on the dot.
Okay. Your results are inconclusive. You can't tell one way or the other.
Assume the call is bugged, but I cannot confirm.
So also in Shibuk,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell my dad about this really cool vacation we had once when I was a kid. And he remembers the vacation because Durf and I got stuck and he had to come save us.
Doesn't sound like Durf.
Yeah, because Durf was always getting into trouble, and for some reason you followed him.
I
But
did.
that
I was
seems
trying to
that
stop
seems
him from getting in
undurfable.
trouble. But then do you remember that Durf fell in that hole and it took us a long time to figure out how to get him out of that hole?
Yeah. He had so much mud in his fur.
Yeah.
We almost had to give him a haircut.
What if we did that backward?
Huh?
Anyway. Just checking in.
Okay.
So, Kashyyyk?
Yeah.
Really? Or at the other house?
The other house.
Okay. I might swing by for a visit sometime.
You might not want to do that anytime soon. The neighborhood's not what it used to be.
Yeah. But maybe I want to so that you can come with me and meet my friends.
You have friends?
I do, and other people can see them.
Burn.
It's the best thing. I mean,
Burn.
one of them might be somewhere there's a Trandoshan.
What?
Not even sure where we left the Trandoshan at the moment.
Bye, Ben.
One of them is a man of many faces.
Okay.
One is a Zabrak. One
Okay.
might be a droid. But yeah, no, I would love
Zabrak.
to swing by sometime and have you come with me to meet my friends.
This might not be the best time, but I'm sure if you call ahead, we can figure something out.
I think you should have your bags packed just in case.
Okay, then.
For when we can. Have your bags packed.
Just have like a standby.
We can figure out how to do this.
Okay.
All right. Well, I should go.
Well, thanks for calling.
Yeah. Give Mom my love.
As soon as I can, yes.
All right. I'm going to call and check in on Durf, too, okay?
All right.
All right. I love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Moches, moches.
Okay. So, yeah. I think I confused them enough, but he knows what's happening. Sort of.
All right. Translate what that
Oh,
call
right.
was.
Sorry. Yeah. So I turned my voice mod back on.
Yeah, I picked up on all of that.
Well, of course you did. Sorry. So, his unfriendly neighbors from Kashyyyk are also here. They weren't in the room with him, but they're outside the room. But I told him to pack a bag so that we could go on vacation and he could meet my new friends.
Okay.
When do we get
That's
to meet
us.
your friends?
Boom! The hits keep coming.
You're beside me.
Oh my! Wait,
Hey,
that means Tim's donkey this week, right?
No, he's a big smelly ogre.
okay.
There.
I think we should.
Anna, the beautiful princess.
So I think we should stick with our original plan now. Good work, Edna. Edna and Ted go scope out and begin manufacturing an infiltration strat.
Mhm.
Scurvy and I work on the exfiltration. We can just here's my vision for that. I want to make a laundry chute where all of the floors and ceilings are all just explosively charged to shape themselves into a slip and slide the whole way. It's perfectly timed. Just explosions in front of him.
Okay. Okay.
That,
Tell me that doesn't sound amazing, because it sounds
that
amazing.
sounds really cool. We
An
are
explosive
more than
slip
likely
and
going
slide.
to kill him.
No, he's a Wookiee. They have like innate hit points. They'll be fine. They got like innate
Not
damage
how
resistance.
this works.
The explosions would have to be behind him instead of in front of him.
Incorrect. The explosions are to crack open the floors and walls, making a series of ramps to make this slip and slide. It's an explosively created slip and slide. It'll be one of my finest works. It'll be my finest stationary engineering project.
Gotcha.
That
Okay.
seems
I'm a little curious
I
about what's
will-
making it
overly
slippery.
complicated and potentially lethal for the person we are trying to exfiltrate alive.
And as far as making it slippery, we can, as part of our infiltration strategy, have a whole bunch of either.
Michael Bay over here.
Yeah, for real.
This is
Hi,
far too
Janice.
cartoonish and complicated already.
No, it'll be fantastic. Either Ted and Edna bring some sort of hover sledge that will, like a small one, and they can just bippity bop and like make a spinning disc all the way down, or
And hear me out.
organic super lube. $70 gallons will cover the whole thing, according to my math, in a single monomolecule that'll instantly self-weld.
Not a good enough reason to use the word lube.
Let alone
First of all, super lube.
organic lube.
Organic super lube.
Super.
Organic super lube.
It's
Regardless,
70 gallons of it. Jesus.
where are we going to find 70 gallons of lube?
You're not going to believe this, but
Amazon.
organic super lube is a key component of racing frames. So we just headed to the race course and
Whoa.
buy up a wholesale amount of it.
It's just barrels and barrels of lube.
Yeah, and we put individual buckets of it that we explosively splatter over this massive laundry chute we're
It's
making.
so much.
It's so audacious. It's doomed to succeed.
No,
Doomed
it's
to
doomed
succeed
turn
is not the
Edna's
keywords I was
head
looking for here.
into mincemeat.
All right, well then I'm going to take a break and scope the race course while you guys come up with a less cool plan.
Okay.
Well, no, I think that's the one we're going to go with, and Edna and I are just going to make our way into the building.
So I'm just gonna.
Take a jetpack. Give the dad a jetpack, and we can slowly land.
If there were ever
Ah.
rails, we're
By the
so
way.
far away from them.
Scurvy, slowness is not part of this plan. We have to be so fast.
Then why don't we add into the course, going up into higher levels, that it is now much easier to grab the senator and then enter back into the racetrack?
Because
It will be easier to change the course.
there's an entire preschool factory right there.
Wait, that makes preschools or run by preschoolers?
Yes.
Never mind.
All the more reason.
We can't fly through there. There's preschoolers everywhere at work.
They're called younglings.
Or are
Get
they
it right.
preschoolers and at work?
It's self-replicating. I already looked at the course documents. We have to explosively run through the playground of it.
And I don't think
I mean,
I'm
that
taking
just
Nick's
sounds
comment
cool.
down for the rest of the
Thank you.
Also,
I don't think I'm taking Nick's comment down for the rest of the night. That's just fantastic. Organic Super Lube was my high school nickname.
If there's an equivalent of a warehouse distribution or Amazon warehouse distribution, don't ask. You can buy lubricants in 55-gallon barrels with a tap on them and have them shipped, and if you're close enough to the facility, you can get it same day.
Yeah. Bibbidi Bob.
I'm curious why you know this.
The nurses at work were curious too. Anyway.
Oh, God, I don't want to know anymore.
My mom doesn't watch this show.
Let's see. Janice says, "What's your favorite Star Trek Next Generation character?" Yours is Wesley Crusher. Probably Riker. I like Riker.
Ensign Rowe. Give me the reformed terrorists. Love
Yes.
that. Mm-hmm.
He's a phenomenal character.
I'm pretty
My
sure
brain just
child labeled
deleted.
preschoolers aren't supposed to be within that many feet of organics.
Actually, according to the Imperial regulations, it's all allowed.
Oh, man.
There's no rules that say we can't use the preschool slip and slide as long as they're not on break. So, yeah. I guess this is going to work great. This is going to be fantastic.
Hilarious.
So I would assume that at this point we're just going to fly the Manon calling close enough to the building for Edna and I to hop out, just jump into the building.
No. We're going to keep the Manon calling. We're keeping the Manon calling at the end of the race course. You guys are taking a cab.
Sweet. I've always wanted to take a taxi.
Yeah, but also make sure to take this case I've manufactured, which appears to be a perfectly normal shipping case that also happens to be full of emergency lubricant explosive devices in case chaos ensues along the way, and all of your arms and armor. So,
Is our
just
taxi
made
driver
an-
Corbin Dallas?
You just made an Iron Man suitcase that is also filled with grenades and lube.
I mean,
Well,
how do you
it's an
think
Iron Man
Iron Man
suitcase.
gets it on? Yeah, it's an Iron Man suitcase. That's what the Iron Man suitcase is. Anything's a grenade if you fiddle with the speed.
Anyway. Shush. Moving on.
Oh, my.
All right,
This
so
is a
Edna and I will
terrible
take a
plan.
taxi over towards the senatorial apartment complex where her father's being held.
Okay. So,
And Scurvy
fine.
got an engineering project.
This is going to take way longer than 13 hours.
Well, fiddling.
It'll be fine. It's mostly empty.
okay, wait. What is Scurvy's engineering project? I lost track of it in the talk of lube.
Apparently, the lube slide.
Yeah, we're making a massive slide that is going to be dynamically generated by explosives. I need Scurvy to do the math because there are some jumps.
But you know how Scurvy does with math.
I'm going to need to do some math. Hang on. Let me make some intelligence checks here.
Why don't we just get him out of the building and put him in a cab?
Because this is way cooler.
Cool does not equal functional.
Yes, it does.
This is the two
Jen-
opposite sides of the ADHD spectrum right now.
Dungeons and Dragons or Monopoly. Both.
Both start fights at my house, so I mean,
I think for all of us, probably D&D would probably.
Yeah.
Star
Oh, yeah.
Warsopoly.
I mean,
Star Wars
Monopoly
Monopoly is
was
fun.
literally created as what's the word? A parody on capitalism, and then somehow capitalism decided to make it a monetized game.
It's because it got stolen.
Because capitalism
Yeah.
won. That's why.
Yeah, but then because it won, everyone lost.
All right,
Okay,
let's
what-
do this.
No, Josie, this isn't food. This is a D20. You can't eat this. I need to roll it. Josie, please.
She's obviously starving to death
Okay.
and needs to be fed. I love that she's just sitting on your desk.
Yeah, she
Josie,
really is.
Oh my.
Josephine,
Okay,
Josie Bean.
I gotta
Okay.
focus.
All right, just real quick.
you not
One more
fed
comment
her?
from Janice. She says, I'm getting bullied in a chat group. Any advice? Screw them. Don't worry about them. Have your fun. Ignore the haters.
Yeah.
They're gonna,
If you're in a group that they are actively bullying you and you do not feel comfortable in that group, leave the group.
there you go.
Find
Exactly.
better people.
Find a new
I
group.
guarantee there are better people out there for you to talk to and hang out with.
I've
like
done
our
it several
Discord.
times.
Come join us on the Discord or the Facebook group. We're a great group of people.
We try.
We try.
As long as we have cool plans.
Yes.
With
And apparently this
Fine.
plan is for massive explosions and lube going everywhere. All right.
Okay.
We have
Sounds
all
like a
we have
good
all
Friday
exceeded
night.
the number of times we're allowed to say that word in 1 2-hour session of gaming. So let's move on.
Should we do
We're not even 2
lubrication
hours in.
instead? That sound better.
Okay, Udex, you go get the lube. I will run the math and place the explosives.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
All right,
We're
Edna and
so
I are
done. We're so dead.
It's gonna work fine.
Edna and I are on our way in the cab run by Corbin Dallas.
Don't be
What
suspicious.
kind of a check
Don't be
is
suspicious.
this?
Don't be suspicious. Don't be
Mechanics, I'll bet, which is why I
Yeah.
picked you.
Yep.
Because you're actually good at this job, Scurvy. Come on. Inherit your legacy as an obsolete piece of military hardware.
Oh, too soon. Too soon.
And Ted.
That's
speak
it.
to
The meat bag dies.
you.
John, I would like to you know what? No, I'm not going to take away the triple crit. It'd be funny if I slap Udex and triple crit him. Just,
I think I
okay.
scar tissue healing to my grandma.
What
Little laugh.
in the hell am I supposed to roll for this? You said
Mechanics.
mechanics.
Yeah.
Nope. Okay. 35.
35? It's a really good roll. Things are going smoothly.
It was a 19. It's literally could not have been much higher. Am I only rolling one mechanics or
Oh.
What is wrong with you?
There was a lot of laughing while you're out of the room.
I could hear it
It was
from the
worth it.
kitchen over the dishwasher.
with my oh god, where was it? I have demolitionist as well.
Is that what you're calling your mother-in-law these days? The dishwasher.
Oh
Fairy.
yeah, so when I make a mechanics check to place an explosive device, it deals +2 dice of damage. So
Yeah.
We might need to circle back around to that last YouTube comment. You might need better role models, but I do appreciate it. My dad used to say that if you can't, that you can always be an example. It's just whether you're a good example or a bad example.
Well, we're an example. We just haven't decided which.
We
which
are
that's like.
definitely an example.
an example.
You tell him, Steve Dave.
I like how Josie's like, I got a few things to say about this.
Oh,
She always
okay.
has something to say.
I think she's also questioning our mental health.
She's angry because she's no longer on the desk. She's on the floor.
How
But she
dare
was
you
getting-
put her on the floor?
He was stomping on my keyboard and almost closed my computer down. Like it
Oh,
was
is that what all that
hovering over.
was? Okay.
Yeah, she stomped on my keyboard, unplugged my camera, kicked me out of the call.
I knew I liked that dog.
Did you forget to feed her or something?
No, I was actively feeding her.
She's obviously starving.
Anyway,
Okay,
so
was it Yeah, was it just the one check? I don't even know.
Yeah, for right now, it's just going to be the one check because, I don't want to spend all night just rolling mechanics checks. I think it's boring. And while he's doing that, Udex, what are you working on?
I'm project managing the plan, but more importantly, I am doing planning for the race because I trust that the hover sled will actually work, and the loop was just to get these guys to believe anything. And so the hover sled that they brought is going to work perfectly. What I need to do is time it so that as the hover sled comes out, I am able to couple it to the back of my speeder as I come by. So at the bottom of the chute onto the race course, I'm going to create a little docking thing that'll take a sharp left turn and then join the race and dock with me as I am racing for a perfect alibi. And then I'm covering the loading ramp of the Manon Calling with a bunch of crash webbing because we're going to be coming in hot.
All right, so one more question for this
100 miles an hour.
slip and slide for the slip and slide of death.
Mm-hmm.
What are we landing on at the bottom?
So you and Edna and Dadna are all going to be in a triple-sized
Toboggan.
rectangular, mostly enclosed, high-speed, low-friction, modular container that is almost indistinguishable from an extra-large sarcophagus, and is going to be
Just a huge metal coffin.
Huge metal coffin. It's gonna be painted so cool, and then
There will be flames.
There will be flames. There will also be flames, but that's not paint. But it's going to land, and it's going to have a one-time use engine that's going to be triggered by my transponder. So you guys are going to land. I'm going to catch up. You're going to dock into my sidecar. No one will be the wiser. I win the race. We land in Manon Calling. We take off, and you guys get to live. What's up, Ted? How did you think you were getting out of there? Do you think you didn't get Mr. Bones' wild ride?
How are we getting this very large piece of metal into the apartment?
Scurvy's carrying it on his way up. You guys dive out the window. You go down. Scurvy's going to take it to the top of the chute. You guys dive into whatever. You guys are going to have to exfiltrate into like the manhole cover or whatever Scurvy finds is the top of the chute. That is where the coffin is. Then you board the coffin and you bobsled down.
So are we like going to like the roof of the building and jumping in a chute off the side? And
yeah, or down a manhole cover or whatever works. That's up to Scurvy. He's the brains. I'm just the one doing all the math down here and relaying the back to him because someone programmed his pi at 3.2 and he won't let me fix it.
That is incorrect.
Yeah, okay, let's see it hit something.
Just over the comms, you just hear that is incorrect.
Yeah, all right, name all the digits of pi.
I will now take the next 5 minutes listing off pi to the 100th digit.
3.22222. See, I told you.
Repeating.
He thinks he's saying the right thing.
3.14159. That's the start.
First off, where did we get this giant flying coffin?
I made it!
When?
Just now.
Just now!
Okay. Sure.
All right, so for the
you're using most of my sidecar.
For the sake of argument, we're going to go to the roof of the building. There's going to be a yellow, like, funsy chute that we jump into. That lands us into the sarcophagus of doom. That takes us down this slip and slide of death into the Manon Calling. Am I hearing this right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's go.
And the 6 people who are watching, just like, it makes perfect sense to them.
So as
No,
as
it
Ted
doesn't.
and Edna are now getting ready for this. Edna just goes, feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme, get on up, it's bobsled time. Because
The
Khurgom
entire
is a
time-
fantastic movie.
I know
The
where
entire-
that's from.
the entire time I am planting explosives, I'm on the comms with BX, just speaking in binary the most vile things about any kind of organic being. Which, by the way, BX is keeping the engine warm. That way,
Yeah.
when we do crash
Like-
into the landing bay of the Manon falling,
Carabas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Griff.
And also importantly, Farmer Ted, there's not going to be a yellow chute at the top. You're going to pull that pink cable, which is going to set off the explosive rotation charges, which will launch you.
you are in fact a bullet.
No, you're an explosive projectile on a ballistic trajectory.
A
And
bullet.
because there's explosives on the front. You're a missile.
And how will this all turn out? That's all, folks, and we're dead.
Okay, so you next.
This is why I'm doing the safe part, which is racing. I'm swoop racing at the bottom, which is way safer than what you guys are doing.
Then why did you come up with this plan? Why did we let this man talk us into this plan?
Because I blinded you with lube.
I said this was a bad idea. I put all the blame on Ted and Edna for agreeing.
Sorry, I'm getting a yellow flag for saying lube too many times. All right, what's up, John? What do you need me to roll? Other than persuasion, which apparently worked.
After placing
mechanics,
the charges, I will be
Got
going
it.
back to the ship, waiting for everything to go wrong.
Now that is that a coffin?
Yeah, and I'm catching it.
It's a very well lubricated coffin.
31, if this is for the coffin.
Yeah. Okay. Oh man, you guys are nuts. I love it.
I had 2 cups of tea right before this, and it's like 6:30 local, and I've been doing math homework all day, so
This had
okay.
coffee. This had coffee.
All right. So you're pretty sure it'll work.
yeah.
In theory.
I'm 100% sure it'll work. I did enclose some maneuvering thrusters for one of the occupants to fly, but it will be the person who enters first.
Oh boy.
All right, so
Hope
entering.
it's not
so, the person-
Edna's dad.
so we can't let Edna's dad do it. If we have to have some type of, I'm guessing that it's going to have to be Kathleen, Edna entering the pod first for any type of flying, because
For a pilot check?
For a pilot. yeah, for piloting on there, I only have half level and ability, so I don't have.
Not right now, but eventually, yes.
I'm just looking at my modifier with the
Okay, bye. That's why we
Oh,
use
that's
calculators, Janice. Yay, calculators.
We're all gonna have a good time.
That's why we do second grade math in this game.
Exactly. And we still struggle.
What Jesus was that?
Why do the rocks be hard to count? Anyway.
All right. So, who do I want to start with on this? This is just nuts. All right.
Oh, Scurvy, what's your exfiltration strategy? Are you surfing the coffin, or are you flying off? Or are you
I
taking
already
it out?
planted the bombs. I'm going back to the ship, and I will hand off the detonator to Edna. That way, once they get in the coffin, they can activate the slide.
Okay, there's a good chance you're going to be flying us out of here and also performing like medical duties.
I can't do medical, but I could do the flying part.
Do you
We
not
need to
have?
get like an actual. We need to get the medical droid.
Do you want to steal one on the way back to the thing?
Not
Okay.
particularly, not right now.
That might be too many moving parts in this plan.
Just say, if we're going to steal one, now's the time. But
I do have. An
Oh, so
11
that was the
retreat
moving
injury,
part that
that's
was
not
over
a
the
lot.
top.
Just-
Yeah, that was the moving part.
What was all that, Scurvy? I'm sorry.
Yeah, pilot I have a plus 13, but retreat injury I have a plus 11, so it's something. But I think
That's-
Edna has more. Edna's the doctor right now.
Yep.
Your lives are
Our
in both
actual
hands.
doctor is currently frozen in carbonite.
It's,
All right, well,
it's
let's just-
password protected.
let's just make a break for the apartment, and so we can start our death trial.
My skill bonus for treat injury is a 17.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Soldier.
That's exceptional.
Soldier.
No, I mean like
Yeah.
That's better than my best skill bonus. That's wild. No, it's not, but it's close.
In between that and the cybernetic surgery and the surgical expertise.
For lube talk. Oh god. Ow.
Welcome, Jason. I hope that my Facebook post is what pulled you in.
Oh, wait, there's a Facebook post.
Sam made quote of the day.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, we've all been tagged in it, by the way. So there's that.
Oh, Lord. I'm going to have to explain things to my mom.
If you're not making quote of the day, are you having the most fun session you
So
possibly?
I have used randomly, no context, quotes of the day the entire time I've had a Facebook. Now Sam has made it with me because I blinded you with lube. No context with the if you want context, you have to watch the show.
I mean, hey, that's a great seller for our show.
It worked, it got Jason here.
Press one more. I'll take it. All right. Whew. Okay.
Are you saying sorry for jumping on my computer?
Me
Thank
too.
you.
Me too,
Because
Jason.
I'm unhinged? Yeah.
Anyway, all right.
Yeah, you might be the youngest one on here. I'm not sure, Janice. I don't know the ages of everybody that's watching, but possibly.
Yeah.
All right.
Tim's the
Let's. Anyway, let's continue on.
Grandpa Timmy.
Yes. Okay. So, Scurvy's part of the main plan is done right now. Udex
Correct.
is lining up at the race, and Ed and Edna have arrived by taxi at the apartment building.
Lies, Jason. All lies.
Maybe plus 22.
Maybe another 22 times 2.
Okay,
Anyway.
so we've made it to the apartment. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
We have not made a plan to actually get into the apartment. Like,
Alright.
at all.
That's up to them.
Yeah.
We're busy.
Fair enough.
DoorDash.
Also, Edna just has a key.
I'm a DoorDash delivery driver. No? I'm here with his cucumber sandwiches?
Now,
Oh, hey, I mean, it could work.
there's 2 of us, and one of us is in a lot of Mandalorian armor. I don't think it's going to go over all that well.
No, I go first. You stay around the corner. I tell them that I'm here with DoorDash for his cucumber sandwiches. They take the sandwiches, and then I smash their heads together. And then we go in.
Okay.
We miss you too.
Miss you too. Miss you too, buddy.
All right. So,
That is, of course, presuming that there's only 2 of them. Anyway,
only 2 of who?
nothing.
Conveniently, there are guards there.
Yeesh.
Very nice red and white armor. Yeah. Stormtrooper variant armor. It's just red and white.
There's no panic happening over here.
The red and white, aren't those the Scorch Troopers?
Or the Coruscant guard.
Oh, of course, on guard would make sense too. Yeah.
Yeah. State your business here. Why are you trying to get in?
DoorDash with cucumber sandwiches.
We weren't notified of any deliveries.
Oh, it was from what's the name on here? Sick. I'm sorry, I don't have my glasses. Can you read this?
Do you have deception?
Yes.
I'm gonna need you to roll it.
To be fair, this so far is the most Star Wars plan we've ever come up with. The I don't have my glasses, can you read this for me? Everything's fine. Everything's fine. How are you?
Everything's fine here.
Yeah, we're gonna need you to back up,
Okay, I'm sorry. I think this is the right address.
put the bag down,
Okay.
turn around, walk away.
But that's not how this goes. I have to take the picture of the person with the bag so that I can get my bonus.
No, that's not gonna happen. And they start to draw blasters.
Oh, this is really not how I wanted this to go, but okay. And I bonk them together.
Gonna need you to make an attack there.
It's a 20.
Dang it.
Let's go.
Ow.
Jason, if you look very closely right there, there's a line of 5 of them. I'm slowly infiltrating the house. Very slowly.
All right.
Ow. I may have just choked being that excited about it being a 20 because I really didn't think that was going to work. I was expecting a 1.
Either way, it's gonna be interesting.
Yep, it is.
All right. So what's your total?
What was my unarmed attack? Ow! Excuse me. That hurt. What is my base attack? Where did it go? 10 is my base attack.
Okay.
If I'm doing
Unarmed.
unarmed.
Okay.
Right?
So a 30?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you managed to grab these guys by the helmet, clunk them together real hard.
Mm-hmm.
Can you make a strength check for me?
Always.
I am not 75, Jason.
26. Did you say 26?
77.
No.
Huh?
No?
What?
Give me a second. I may have done math badly. No, that would be 23, sorry.
Okay. So the helmets kind of crack together, and there's some actual cracking that happens in the lens of one of the troopers as they start to slump down onto the floor.
Hey, Ted, you ready to go in?
Did she just brain soup them?
Something.
Are either one of them moving?
I mean, they're falling.
Okay. Once they're down, I take a second to make sure there's no other noise.
Okay.
Are they moving?
I mean, they're breathing.
I would like to stop that.
Oh my.
I would like to stop that.
We're not the good rebels. We're the other ones.
All right, go for it.
What one might say a bad batch of rebels.
That would be so that if I'm doing just a base attack again,
Mm-hmm.
that's a 20 for my base attack, but they're both technically prone now, aren't they?
Technically, it would be coup de grace.
Yeah.
Right.
So you pretty much just have to hit them.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what the rules for that are, but they have.
Yeah, if they're incapacitated and you hit them, it's an automatic crit.
Yeah. Well,
So,
that's get that rules, but yeah.
because Edna is who she is and has a small flair for the dramatic. They have slumped to the floor. Are their heads still close to each other?
Yeah. Let's see.
Okay, so I just jump and stomp.
Just land, kick their helmets off, and squash them like grapes.
Oh,
All right.
no, helmets straight up. Like, their helmets are going into their heads.
Oh.
Like stomping on a balloon.
Okay.
Gnarly,
I thought
dude.
Scurvy was the messed up one.
Go ahead and say this succeeds because
Well, and I'll
yeah.
pull out my key and unlock the door.
Pull your key and unlock the door. Okay.
Oh, Dad, I'm home.
No, those aren't the only 2 guards, right?
Who
No.
knows? We're going to take them on inside anyway, because they'll be fun.
Yeah,
Okay.
You guys will be fine.
Yeah.
All right, so
It'll be
she has American History X curb stomped the guards at the front door. So now we're going in. Okay.
Also, Ted, loot bodies. You never know if I've got anything good.
They're just stormtroopers.
I mean, code
Yes,
seven.
Janice, that's what we're playing with. We're using your normal D20.
So Udex,
Yeah,
while they're doing this, the race is getting ready to start.
All right, let's do this.
You're lined up with 11 other racers.
Okay.
They've put you in one of the further back starting positions due to the late entry.
Rude, but acceptable.
All right. So, indicator lights are getting ready to tell you to start.
Okay.
You want to go ahead and make a pilot check for that?
Sure. Yeah. 28.
All right. So as the light turns green, everybody starts to go. You manage to hit the gas just fast enough that you veer in between the 4 racers ahead of you and move up easily into the middle of the field.
All right. I click on this switch and that switch, which turns on my heads-up display for a targeting computer that will turn on the distance indicator once the explosives go off based off the time I calculated for when the coffin will be hitting. Yeah, this should work fine.
Okay.
Race on. I'm having a great day, you guys.
All right. Scurvy, what are you doing?
Right now, I am trying to keep my dog from stepping on my laptop, but she's like right there. I have made a digital map of what should be the projected slide, along with putting a tracking beacon and markers during that path. I put a tracking beacon on the coffin, so once I see it move, I'll be able to tell UDEX over the comms how close they are to the connection point. Aside from that, I'm already on the Manon calling with BX, just complaining about the meat bags. So,
Okay. All right.
That tracks.
Okay. So, Ted and Edna. Tedna, if you will. You get into the building, and there are hallways you have to go through to get where you need to be. Can you guys make some perception rolls for me?
Edna?
Yep.
Uh,
17 for me.
Okay.
and 29.
Okay. So, Edna,
Yes.
because you're further up from the ground, you can hear and see just a little bit further due to
Height advantage.
height advantage. Your ears are further away from the noise making things
He's a
below
little
you.
short for a stormtrooper.
There are a couple more guards coming your way
From inside the apartment or from outside?
from inside the building. Yes. You have to go through a few hallways to get to where you need to be.
Okay. All right. Hey Ted, we got some more squishies on their way.
All right. So again, I'm gonna hang back behind, let Edna make the initial interaction, because with me in full Mando gear, I don't think that's probably a wise first step up.
We're just gonna slide those bodies right out of the way and step over the blood puddles.
It is basically paid roll for initiative across your chest.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
And with my DoorDash bag, I continue walking down the hallway like nothing ever happened.
Nothing to see here.
All right.
While I now
We do appreciate the love. Thank you, Jason.
While I now pull a grenade out of my pouch and pop it into the DoorDash bag.
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna blow up the cucumber sandwiches.
There's no cucumber sandwiches.
Sandwiches were alive.
They were never there.
When those two are saying the same thing at the same time, we have a problem.
Once Raoul left, the cucumber sandwiches were gone.
Yeah, we haven't had cucumber sandwiches in months.
Sad pace.
All right. So the troopers actually see
Now I'm
you,
hungry, and that sounds good.
and they stop
Anyway.
and raise their blasters.
Hi. I'm trying to find this apartment, and I just, I can't figure out what this name is. I'm sorry. This is my first day on the job. I'm really sorry.
How many? First off, quick question: how many troopers are there?
2.
Could I have her make that statement and like step out of the way, and with my sidearm set to stun them both to drop them?
You can
That
certainly
way
try.
we're not killing everything that moves as we try to get in here a little more quietly.
Okay. You can certainly try.
All right. So, all right.
Is that what we're doing?
Yes.
You gonna stun 'em? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So rolling for. Oh, jeez. Okay. Hold on. I roll one more time. It fell off my desk.
You would think I would be better with these Kashyyyk names.
All right. So that's.
I was raised off planet.
All right. So 28.
28 to hit.
Yeah.
That seems
right.
good and proper.
Yeah, that's definitely going to hit. Go ahead and roll your. You have a weapon with stun damage? That's what surprises me the most about anything tonight.
His sidearm.
My sidearm,
Yeah.
my blaster pistol. It's just your average DC 17 that should
Okay.
have a stun on it.
All right. Go for
So
I didn't change it to a magnum for him.
it. Okay.
hold on, that's the wrong guy.
He wanted a stun setting for non-lethal takedowns, like a huge nerd.
Mm-hmm.
Love that huge nerd was also in quotations.
So 23.
23?
Yeah, because it's a 4d6 or 4d8 on the blaster pistol.
All right. Yeah, that drops one of the troopers.
Okay, and I'd like to take a second shot at the other trooper.
Sure. Go ahead. Oh, yeah, because you have.
Another one.
On another one.
Go for it.
All right. Let's see. That is. Oh, come on. All right. So 22.
22.
That's
will
with the
also
5
hit.
with the 5-point reduction.
Yep, that'll also hit.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good sound to hear from the hallway.
Cat's fighting.
Yeah.
18.
18. All right. Yeah, he also drops.
Okay, so they're both stunned, knocked out.
Yep.
So
All
as
right.
we walk further down the hallway, can I make sure that
Wait.
what?
As you fire the shots, though, you notice the lighting changes from the normal, white, soft focus lighting to kind of an orangish color.
They had some kind of like blaster detector.
Or yeah. No. Or maybe it's good news. Maybe your dad heard the stuns and was really hungry and is like, I'm gonna go down and get my DoorDash and is on his way.
Would you
Maybe.
just stop it?
All right.
All right. Do I need to roll for perception to figure out what the orange light is? Or is there or do we automatically know?
Are you coming in or not?
Edna would know that it's, an alarm.
Yep. So as I walk further down the hallway and I know that the alarm is now going off, I would like to also, stomp them.
So double tap, just okay. So I change from
What? Sorry.
we change from okay, so we've stunned them, but now we've set an off alarm, so I'm just gonna double tap them like this is Zombieland.
Grab a
All right.
Twinkie, let's go.
All right. So, Udex,
Yeah.
coming back into the race. All right. So you're in the middle of the field. Are you aiming to place, win, or just like participate?
Participate. I'm waiting for that timer to come in. I picked this race because it has extra laps. So like I just
Okay.
want to have an airtight alibi.
All right. Go ahead and make another pilot check for me. Oh, that's cool.
I'm just showing off really cool stickers from TCTs.
Fantastic.
Nice.
That one's called the Misha Gamer.
And I'm just over here with my snackies.
Okay, I need to do some feet stuff because shenanigans ensued on that roll. One moment, please.
Okay, not a problem. That's
What are we
we're
taking
here.
pictures of your feet for?
I did not roll high enough, so I need to do something.
To make ends meet, Tim.
Don't
Don't
I-
judge him.
Don't I have some crazy ace pilot bippity bop?
Bippity boppity boop.
Oh man, I might be in trouble. It's
Yeah.
not that bad.
Okay.
22.
22. Okay, that's not too bad.
Okay, I rolled a 3, so I was a little worried.
Okay. Do you have like vehicular combat or anything?
I do have vehicular combat, but it doesn't. That would negate a weapon hit.
Okay.
So unless this is one of those kind of races.
No, but one of the other racers is trying to slam into you. To take
Yeah.
2 more.
Okay, this might not work perfectly for my alibi, but if they're slamming into me, I'm gonna do a what is it? It's a Quarren ink cloud. What you do is you cut and then you drop back and then you pull forward and you use your sidecar, which none of the other racers have, but I'm using as a decoy because I'm going to replace it with a coffin full of meat bags later. I'm just going to eject that right into his path and watch him go and explode. I'm working here. Some of you are here to race. I'm here to pull off an extremely daring and handsome heist. So
I love it. All right. So you actually managed to pull that off. Just on the sheer brilliance of the moment. And continue on your way. So Scurvy, back at the ship.
Great success.
Yeah. Okay, so you and BX
You
are
made
sitting there.
success.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly are you
Not
doing on the
helping.
ship? You're just keeping it in the room?
Yeah, we're the moment
up.
the moment that tracking device enters the cargo hold, we're shutting the door and leaving the planet.
Okay, so you've got an eye on sensors, other readings.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I'm
remember
also. Can I also try and just keep an eye on flight paths of Imperial patrols, and if there happens to be, this is Coruscant, and if I remember correctly, I don't know if it's expanded or current lore, like through most of the Empire, it was like surrounded by Star Destroyers, or at least had a couple. Can I keep an eye on where those guys are flying?
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead and roll for that. Using computers, checking the flight logs.
That's 27.
27.
Not a whole
All right.
lot, but
Currently, there's not one over
Okay.
your sector, but there is one to the north.
is it moving towards us, or is it just in the general vicinity that way?
No, it's just in the general vicinity that way, because that vicinity that way is also like the Imperial Palace, that sort of region. So,
Okay.
sort of a normal security thing there. And I think I just gave you an idea. Anyway,
I don't know where. No. We're
What, the eyes
Just-
dashing back and forth wildly? No,
just
no ideas.
we're just getting them in the ship, and then we're leaving.
I do hope that when you got aboard the ship, you reapplied the crash webbing because it's once again coming in quite.
Oh yeah, that was the first thing that I did when I walked into the ship. I'm just like,
Thank you, because I know otherwise you'd have
classy.
a lot of mopping to do, and I know that's not your jam. So
well, Kyle would have mopping to do.
where do you think Kyle is? He's part of the crash webbing.
Oh, the crash webbing is just from the giant space spider that we picked up at some point. That's
Yeah.
still somehow in the air ducts.
Waste not, want not.
I mean, you're not 1,000% sure that you got all of the eggs.
No.
Look, but we're definitely sure that when we. Oh, also don't forget to open the other door because we're going to be moving a lot of air.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, you're smart. You'll figure it out. You're not going to get punched out of the front windshield of this thing and have to fly out in a vacuum.
I mean, me and BX are the only ones that can. Anyway, that's all I'm doing. I'm keeping an eye on our escape route. I'm also plotting in a course for the Skegfish planet, just as like a...
Okay.
That is the place where we go before turning around to go somewhere else.
Gotcha. All right.
That way
So,
if anyone tries to land,
yeah,
it's not going to be a
jumping back
good
to
time
the
for
apartment
them.
building.
Yes.
And then Ted, you reach the door of Khurgom's apartment.
Okay.
Mhm.
I mean, it's a door. Do you want to open it?
Or do we
I
knock
see.
first and just tell them that we're there? We're traveling Mormons with a mission.
We're here to tell you about our Lord and Savior. Leedle, leedle, leedle.
So opening the door or knocking? Which one?
I think we just go in.
Okay.
I mean,
All right.
because if we knock on the door, they're going to open the door, and I'm going to have to roll for initiative. Or I walk in the door and they see me, and I have to roll for initiative. Either way, I'm rolling for initiative, so I say we just bring it on.
If we open the door quietly enough and we try to stealth, then we have advantage.
Okay, let's try the quiet approach.
We can take them by surprise. Jazz hands and pocket sand. I have no pockets.
Okay.
Really awkward. Oh no, it's the sand stuck in my fur.
All right.
I
So
don't like
seriously
that.
trying to stealth
Just
into
shake
the
it
door?
Apparently, we're trying to open the door extremely quietly so they possibly
All right.
notice us less.
Roll stealth.
Oh, son of a-
Well, I didn't expect a stealth.
What'd you get?
21
I got a 22.
Okay.
Hey, good job, team.
hurts.
So the door opens quietly, and you walk in without making any noise. The apartment lights are off, except for down at the end of the hall, which Edna would recognize as her parents' room, her dad's bedroom.
Yes. We continue with our sneaker sneaks.
Am I able to with my Mando helmet? I can see in the dark, right? I've got like
Yeah.
night vision.
Low light
Okay.
vision.
All right, so am I able to see anybody else in the room with us? Anybody else in the apartment?
I'm trying to remember. Does that helmet package have thermal vision? It
Yeah,
does?
I would imagine so.
Probably. If
All
not,
right.
we could have added it. We do have like some of the best mechanics who have no scruples and a lot of money.
That's fair. That's fair.
We're pulling off some real MythBusters BS in here. So like,
And I
That's-
love that recycled.
that's the level of shenanigans we get up to.
All right.
Literally the most simple plan possible, and then one, if not all of us go, but what if we use explosives?
They go bad if you don't use them.
They get less
That's
food.
not how that works!
It's like vodka. It goes bad if you don't drink it.
It's the perfect evolution of beard growth. As always, I love the men's cams. It's like the perfect evolution of beard growth. Well, thank you. We tried.
Does
Oh,
that
yeah.
mean I'm the most evolved?
Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I am literally shaving right after this, I will
Yeah.
warn you.
We do go from like, to a 12 o'clock shadow. That's funny.
I like the scruffy look better, Ben.
Yeah. Each
It's
their
a
own.
good look on your
Anyway.
butt, but you do you, boo boo. All right, so
There.
So there
All right,
are
so-
options.
No,
I would
Or
think
fast
that
fast.
yes, I would say that yes, I have either night vision or thermal vision, or both on this helmet.
Okay. So as you're looking around, you notice some heat signatures from the offices on either side of the entryway.
Okay,
Work from home, it's a thing. The doors open almost simultaneously. Armored figures come in from either side, just one from each direction. And the one on the right has a very simple question for you. Where is Ral Orwin?
Womp womp.
And that's what we're gonna have tonight.
What?
9 o'clock on the dot over here.
wow.
Precision
Wait.
timing. I was embodying the DM.
So I have
Wait a
30.
minute.
I have 30 days to figure out how to answer where is Ralph Orwin, other than I use him to rest my feet on every night when we go back to the ship.
The answer is look at that table and then shoot him.
He's not the coffee table. The whole table. He's upright because his hands were sticking out, and he made the perfect little table that way.
No, I fixed that. I used him to dry my clothes. What did you do with him, Ted?
I use him as a footrest,
Terrible.
and I placed my drinks on.
I don't remember the last time I saw him, honestly.
Because the coffee table was the other one that we stole.
Oh yeah.
There was another dude in Carbonite.
But we flipped it over, so I was just looking at butts. Have I been
I
looking
forgot.
at the wrong butt this whole time?
I forgot that we
It's
had
like
another
pouring
dude in
an ass.
Carbonite.
We were looking at.
Did we lose Raul? Oh, no.
That is
Imagine
not
we
Captain
grabbed
America.
the wrong
This is
guy.
Episode 32, The Search for Raul. All right.
The subtitle: Which carbonite butt were we looking at?
That is yeah. He is not
Woo!
Captain America. That is not Raul's ass.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Oh.
okay. So
we'll figure that out next month.
okay.
Unless you guys want to do something different with scheduling, but we can talk later.
All right. So
This
next
whole
next month's game might get delayed a week because that might be the week because that is the night that we would typically run this on, which is typically the second Monday of every month, is the Monday before Trek Talks 4. And we're working right now on getting John Billingsley and Bonnie Gordon to come on the show, hopefully on the 13th, to talk about Trek Talks 4 and everything that's going on with that. And also do some question and answers and some other kind of fun stuff on that night. That would be January 13th. So we'll have to let you guys know what night for sure that we'll be doing the live show because we're not positive yet.
So I was hoping that would be that night because I had to schedule an overnight sleep study, and I scheduled it for that night.
Okay.
If we talk to Billingsley, we'll be done earlier. I mean, I don't have to be there till 9:30, but it works out.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm hoping that's what it was. John is double checking to make sure that John Billingsley, not our John Billingsley, is double checking to make sure that he's not actually in Australia at that time for a work schedule thing. So, but that's what's going on there. Just real briefly, now last week on Wednesday, we released our interview with Danny Diet. Danny played Gigi and Falcon in The Winter Soldier. We met her at the Monroe Comic-Con in Monroe, Michigan this past September, and Danny is just awesome. Had a lot of fun talking with her about Falcon and the Winter Soldier. She's got some cool stories about Anthony Mackie and who's the other dude? All of a sudden
Sebastian Stan.
Thank you, Sebastian Stan. I
Your
kept wanting to
daughter's
say
disappointed in you. I can feel it.
probably.
It's Monday.
It won't be the first time, will not be the last. But yeah, some great stories about them and you know what they were like behind the scenes and getting to know them and working with them on that show because she was in 6 of the 8 episodes of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And then coming up this upcoming Wednesday, we have the interview that we just did with Lori Ulster. We talked about this one just a few minutes ago. She wrote a book about the Gilmore Girls called Life Lessons from the Gilmore Girls. She is very heavily involved in TrekMovie.com. She's one of the editors in charge there. She also does one of their podcasts and does a lot of Trek interviews and all kinds of stuff. So we talked about all that, but she's also one of the higher ups with Trek Talks and making sure that awesome event gets up off the ground. So we talk a lot about that. And her cat makes an appearance on the show. And the saying, "Look at my fancy butthole," may have made it through the air. So, yeah, there were cats involved. And the cat decided that that's all we needed to see of the cat was his fancy butthole. So, but yeah, so there's that. And yeah, that's all, folks. Buddy Jesus says that we are done with our time for the night. So
I'm just over here thanking Ernie for not showing the world his fancy butthole. He is
Yes,
He was planning on doing it as well.
He is much more distinguished than that. That's why
It's an
he's
animal
wearing a
thing.
tuxedo, because he is fancy.
All right.
And
So-
again, just real quick, just want to say thank you to our show sponsors. Please go check the links down below. You can buy some really cool stuff from these guys. You can get coffee and merch and lightsabers. And, if you need any AI editing, Eddie AI is the way to go. Just super group of people. And just remember, if you go to TCTs, you get some really, really, really cool stickers from them. Anyway.
And also, do not forget to check out everybody's favorite podcast, Growing Up Skywalker.
Growing Up Skywalker. Our buddy, just a couple we want to recommend. Obviously, Growing Up Skywalker, Sam and Anna do a great job, and they've been great friends of ours. But also check out, you saw 3 Geeks in the comments. She wasn't able to make it tonight, but Jesse from Crusher Convo, absolutely.
Did
We
you
love
see who
Jesse.
she just interviewed?
Yes, I did. Her and I have been talking quite a bit about that. But yeah, she got Gates McFadden to come on her show, and she got Gates, and I'm pretty sure that she said it in about the same volume pattern.
Squeak register. Sorry.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, and then also go check out Scarif Podcast. We like them as well. So,
But also,
anyway.
back to what I was saying about Growing Up Skywalker, make sure that you help them figure out what to watch next.
Absolutely. Woohoo!
Where do they go next in the timeline order when everything happens in the same year?
That's scary.
It's wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
Sure is.
Exactly.
Wrong show.
Is it?
What is it though?
However, I do
It
like the
might
idea
not
of
be.
going to Mando, because then Anna finally gets what she wanted to, start all of this.
I know, but I'm
Save
worried
Mando
that,
for last.
I'm worried the magic will be gone.
Mm.
You're afraid she's going to divorce you after watching Mandalorian?
Yeah, probably.
You'll be like, all right, that's all I'm here for. You can take this back.
Goodbye.
And done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
I'm just gonna send her that image of Buddy Jesus, that's all.
Speaking of marriages and not divorces, the game went well. So John and I are actually still celebrating our 10th anniversary on Friday.
Oh, congrats!
Thank you.
There was a joke a couple weeks ago about depending on how tonight's game went, we might celebrate our anniversary on Friday.
So now we know why John ended it so soon, because there was a chance of us dying.
Right.
All right.
He wants to still get to celebrate his 10th wedding anniversary.
It was mostly like the wacky plans, just like delayed stuff. So now I have to wait a month to do the thing that I planned on doing like 2 weeks ago.
You, doesn't it?
It's not a terribly wacky
Of the
plan.
game master.
All right. Well, on that note, I think it's time for us all to say good night.
Goodbye.
All right, guys. Thank you for paying attention to the FSF podcast. May the force be with you as you continue to live long and prosper.
Don't forget.
Copyright 2024 FSF Podcast. Reference to any specific product or entity mentioned on this podcast does not constitute an endorsement or recommendation by FSF Podcast. The views expressed by guests are their own, and their appearance on the program does not imply an endorsement of them or any entity they represent. If you have any questions about this disclaimer, please contact us via email at info@fsfpodcast.com.